Got a first date or perhaps a job interview coming up? On this episode of What to Wear, we are exploring men's fashion at its finest. WeathTV is joined by men's fashion and etiquette guru Andy Glichrist. So join us as we watch him critique men's fashion, give suggestions, and put many men on the spot. We'll also take a visit to one of Beverly Hills' most popular men's clothing stores, advising one guy how to make the best first impression. So sit back as we teach men what it means to be fashion savvy for all the right occasions. Hello and welcome to What to Wear. I'm your host, Ashley Colburn. A drawer full of socks, a pile of ties, and a closet full of sport coats are only good when you know how to wear it and where to wear it. So we're here at the mall ready to meet with Andy Glichrist for some one-on-one fashion advice. Let's go. Hi, Andy. So nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you, Ashley.
Well, I am so excited to learn all we need to know about men's fashion. So if you could tell every guy one thing about fashion, what would it be?
I think when you leave the house, it's a job interview. And you should dress like it's a job interview. Maybe not a suit and tie, but you should think about where you're going and the opportunities that are out there. You could meet a beautiful woman. You could find a job, a better job. You could get bumped to first class. Well, speaking of first impressions, you look great.
Well, thank you.
And it's that whole first impression thing. So how we look to others can influence how they react to us. There's three things you should think about as you get dressed. Number one, does the clothes fit you? Are the sleeve lengths correct? Are the pants the right length? The jacket, the shirt fit? Is the collar the right size? Number two, do the clothes fit the situation? Think about where you're going and show some respect for that area. I know a lot of couples will walk into a party, and if the woman sees somebody else in the same dress she has on, it's awful. That's really awful.
I will admit to that.
But if a guy sees everybody else in the same blazer and tan slacks that he's wearing, he thinks, this is great, I wore the right thing. And number three, make sure that the clothes fit each other, that there's some color coordination, that the patterns aren't fighting each other, that you're not wearing an odd color or something, that's going to throw it off.
Andy, fashion has been in your life from an early age. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got started?
I got interested in clothing because I wasn't the best looking guy on the block. So I noticed that if I dressed up, I got better service. Ladies paid more attention to me.
So tell me a little bit about your website.
The website started to sell my book, and I wrote a book on men's clothing, just happened to have it with me.
Andy's encyclopedia of men's clothes has gained worldwide attention and has become quite the resource for teaching the basics of men's fashion, from everyday clothing to tying a tie. So I figured I would ask Andy a question. What is an ascot?
This is an ascot, and it's part of formal wear. You've heard of the ascot races in England. Daytime formal wear, you would wear one of these, not this color. This color would be more for at home when you're sipping brandy in your smoking jacket in your den. And this is how you do a ascot. It's very similar to a four-in-hand knot that you do with the regular necktie. This side is a little longer. You cross over the shorter side, come all the way around, the smaller side again, all the way around. Then you come up, the V at the back, and then you need to fluff it a little bit to go underneath your shirt collar. You'll end up with something about like that, and that's it.
Well, Andy, I think it's time to put your skills into action. When we come back, we have this whole mall to search to see what men really care about what they put on in the morning, and who knows the basics like how to tie a tie. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Welcome back to What to Wear. Okay, Andy, the time has come where now you can approach random people here in the mall and critique their outfits.
Okay.
All right, let's have at it.
All right.
Excuse me? Hey. Hi, my name is Ashley. What's your name?
Alan.
Hi, nice to meet you. We have a fashion expert here, Andy Gilchrist, and we're going to have him critique your outfit today, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, Andy, go ahead.
Pretty good. You got the name brand knit shirt on. So this is a work outfit, and what kind of work do you do?
Oh, I'm a research scientist.
Okay. Did it ever occur to you that when you're out, that it's like a job interview and when you were in the mall? Like you could meet a beautiful woman. Alan, this is Ashley. Ashley, Alan.
Hello.
Hi.
And one of the first things that women notice is shoes. They look at men's shoes, and you've got perfectly comfortable go-aheads there. I might just rethink the footwear a little bit, because women do notice that.
I noticed, but that's okay. You're in Southern California. Andy's rating scale gives this business casual look a 3 out of 5. Alan did pretty well for being put on the spot, but with an entire mall to get through, we had a lot of ground to cover. But we found some that definitely lacked in their tying skills. Do you know how to tie a tie?
I do not, no.
Would you like to give it a try? We don't want to,
Sure.
put any pressure,
it's one of those
but...
things I always learn and I always forget, and what I usually do is I usually just have one that's tied for me, and I just kind of loosen it and unloosen it each time. So.
Well, would you like to give it a try for us?
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Why not?
What do you think, Andy?
I think that's going to be one more movement there. I think it's going to be close enough.
But he's got the knot.
He's got the knot.
Throw a little dimple in there, pull
work
it
the
up,
dimple a little
and-
bit. And there's one thing, if this was really a dress shirt, then we could really be talking. But but if this was a dress shirt, this actually would go all right, not necessarily the colors, but the size of the pattern of the tie is small enough that it would work with the larger stripes of the shirt.
This could be a new fashion trend, too, I think. Excuse me.
I continued my hunt for some more men that we could help, and I think we caught a few of them off guard. Will his outfit be a hole-in-one?
Okay, Andy, what do you think about his outfit?
Depends on where you're going. Are you going to a football game today?
No, I was going to go play a little bit of golf, but it was kind of busy over there, so killing a little bit of time.
Okay. Are you wearing this to play golf?
Oh, I was going to put my golf shoes on, but that's about it.
I would suggest maybe for golf, just out of a little respect for the game, besides the shoes, maybe a collared shirt might work. Just maybe if you look great after golf, somebody will buy you a beer.
Well, hopefully, right?
First impressions are very big, maybe in the game of golf, too.
Andy's rating scale gives this golf look a 1. Not only does Bryan need a collared shirt, but he also needs proper golf shoes.
So can I ask you what you're doing at the mall today?
Sure, I'm getting a new pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Oh, he's getting a new pair of sunglasses. He looks pretty stylish, Andy. What do you think?
Not bad.
Not bad, why not great?
What were you thinking when you got dressed this morning?
Wanted something comfortable and casual.
Okay. And what are you going to be doing today after you get the sunglasses?
I'm going to go and repair my wounds from a breakup.
Oh, okay. I think he's dressed perfectly.
It looks like casual was the way to dress at this mall. We spoke to a few others and even had one shopper tie a Windsor knot without a mirror. Pretty impressive.
Okay.
He's got a dimple. When we come back, we'll meet one guy that needs to ask Andy for advice, and we'll put him to the test in a Beverly Hills boutique to see if he knows what appropriate attire to wear to a first date and a job interview. Don't go anywhere, because What to Wear will be right back. Welcome back to What to Wear. We're at Carroll & Company in Beverly Hills, a place known for having the latest trends. But the problem many men face is, when do you wear these ever-changing styles? Let's go meet up with Andy and one guy searching for some fashion advice.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Ashley. That last break was so long, I actually missed you.
Oh, well, I'm
This
glad.
is Sam.
Hi, Sam. Thanks for joining us.
We drug Sam in here kicking and screaming. He's still screaming a little bit, but he'll be all right. He is a lucky guy because he's got two big important events coming up. A first date with a beautiful woman.
Ooh.
And he's got a job interview.
Okay.
Both events that the first impression is vital. So we're going to help him pick out some clothes and help him get that first impression going crazy.
Okay, well, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. While Andy and Sam started their hunt for the perfect outfit, I sat down with the owner of Carroll & Company to find out exactly what we had to choose from.
It's a family business. It was started by my father, and we're actually in our 60th year here in Beverly Hills. We also have a very, very big selection of, casual trousers, outerwear, leather jackets, sports shirts. That's become a much, much bigger part of our business over the last few years as things have become a little bit more casual.
Look at all those coats. But is Sam going to go with the casual look? Let's find out. Well, Sam, it looks like you found plenty of stuff. Is this for your first date?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, Andy, what do you think?
Well, we'll see what it looks like on. We'll take a look at it when you come out, and I think maybe there might be some improvements we can make, but take a look.
Now, these are some selections that Sam picked out himself, and we're going to have Andy give the final approval at the end to make sure he has the best first impression. Why don't you go try it on?
All right.
Well, I think I got all the pins out, and if I ever find the little old lady that puts them in, she's going to be in trouble.
Pins?
So, there you go.
Ouch. Well, the time has come for Sam to show us his style. Hopefully, Andy won't tell him to keep his date outfit behind closed doors. Okay, Andy, so while Sam is trying on his outfit for his first date, his big first impression, I want to know, when guys are shopping, are they really thinking about what the woman likes them to wear?
A lot of guys will take their ladies shopping with them, and sometimes that's not such a good idea. It's better, I've found, to shop alone, and you can always return it if they hate it.
Okay, guys, so remember, the women do care how they look, and especially on that first date. So it'll be interesting to see if I approve of Sam's outfit or not. That's what matters, right?
It'll be crucial.
Right.
It'll be crucial.
Okay, I'm excited to see it. All right, Sam, come on out and show us your new look. Very nice. That looks good.
Ashley, what do you think of this as a woman?
Well, Sam, if you showed up at my house for a first date, I might think that the necktie is a little bit too much. What do you think?
A recent study has shown that women don't respond to neckties on men in social situations. They prefer an open shirt, not too open, but an open shirt. And also the jacket here is a classic navy blazer. In most situations it's going to work fine. In your situation with your height, it actually gives you a horizontal line, and we want you to look vertical. It will make you look taller if the jacket matched the pants a little more. So I think we'll look around and see if we can find another jacket that works better to make you look taller, and we'll lose the tie. And I think we'll be close.
I like the blue, though. The blue's nice.
The blue is good. It's one color that women really like. They seem to think of it as a person that wears blue being very stable and a good supporter of the family. So always wear blue.
Sam, that is exactly what I thought. I saw the blue and I thought he is very stable.
All right, so I'm going to go find another sport jacket for you, and you can take off the tie in the meantime, and we'll put some other things together.
While Sam makes some minor changes, let's go over what women really want. Andy said for sure no necktie on a first date. Instead, a guy should leave his top shirt button open for a more casual look. Remember, blue's always a good color to the ladies' eye. And if you're trying to look taller, definitely wear a matching blazer and pant color.
All right, we have Sam back in a jacket that's a little closer to the pants color, and look how much taller he looks.
I thought you grew.
Yes.
I mean, now you're like a foot taller than me.
Well, we actually did a little trick here, but step down. But it is a trick of the eye to have the same color on the bottom and on the top, so that you get that long vertical vertical line.
And I really like the pocket square also.
Isn't that great? Once you lost the tie, I think a pocket square, and we went with blue just for you again.
Thank you.
We could do a pocket square, adds a little pizzazz. And there's a lot of guys don't really know how to fold them. There's some easy ways. Pinch the middle of the pocket square. Bring it up, make sure that it fits in the pocket that way. And you stuff in just the pinch, and that's the puff. There's another one where you pinch the middle. Does that look familiar? Come up, and then you've got the points. You use the other end of it and put the points out. And if you don't want to make a decision that day, you can pinch the middle again, come up and put both points and the puff in the pocket.
There might be a second date, Sam.
Oh, great.
I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but with this outfit and Andy's help, I think you got it in the bag.
We may have to come back.
Yes. What's a second date outfit? That's the question. All right, well, let's find out what you wear to a job interview. When we come back, Andy and I search for the outfit that will hopefully get Sam his dream job. Don't go anywhere. What to wear? We'll be right back. Welcome back to What to Wear. Sam continued his search for one outfit that will hopefully knock the socks off his future employer, trying to make the best first impression. Time to reveal Sam's pick for his upcoming job interview. We have Sam in his job interview outfit. Andy, expertise.
You picked this out yourself, and that looks good. I would lose the pocket square since it's a little more something else to look at. You want to be as conservative as possible. The tie is nice, good pattern, but I think a burgundy tie sometimes gives a little bit of the red power tie, but tones down. And a black suit is very popular now, but it hasn't really gained the acceptance in business.
But I notice a lot of women are wearing it to business meetings, or maybe not a job interview, but they definitely are wearing it.
Black has been really popular with women executives, and it's helped them, that kind of a power color has helped them break through the glass ceiling. So it's more acceptable for women, it's worked for them, and that's why it's gotten to be a little more popular in the men's industry to wear a black suit. But it's still, for a job interview, I would tone it down. I'd go with the blue and maybe the burgundy tie, and I think you'll do much better.
I went on a hunt to help Sam find the right tie, and since we learned how to tie an ascot earlier, I knew it was time for me to learn some basics.
I have a little trick that I do when I tie a tie. My knot is about the size of my hand. So I put my hand down, and where I want that to come, then I start tying from right about here. So it's just kind of...
See, I obviously didn't have that knot because I'm a little longer in the back than it looks like I need some more practice. Hopefully Sam's turns out better. Okay, Sam, well, you have your final look. Andy?
I think it's perfect. One thing I would do when you do a knot, make sure there's a little dimple underneath. This is called a dimple, and that's the mark of a well-tied tie. The guy that's going to hire you will look at that and know that you know how to tie a tie. Also, men's suits never are buttoned at the bottom button.
Why is that?
Back in a lot of our rules we get from English history. And there was a King Edward VII of England, and he was fairly heavy. He could not button the bottom button of his vest. So everybody that was hanging around him said, oh, that looks nice. And he started a fashion trend that has come on to this day. It's still with us. If you'll look, you'll notice that this doesn't even button. I mean, you could not get that to button. You'd have to pull the suit over to get that to fasten.
So you never button it?
Never button the bottom button of a man's jacket, a suit jacket, a vest, anything except a shirt.
Well, now as a female, I know to look for that. If they have that button, that is bad.
You're going to be more prepared for that first date.
Now that Sam's look is complete, Andy has some final job interview tips.
When you get to the interview, make sure that when you're standing, a gentleman always keeps his buttons buttoned. When you start to sit, just unbutton your jacket and then sit. Okay. So when you're sitting, it's unbuttoned the jacket. When you're standing, it's buttoned. And you want to lean forward when you're talking to the person that's interviewing you. Mm-hmm. Lean forward so you have interest, showing interest.
You're engaging. Yes.
Engaging, thank you. Which is what we're going to get after the first date, I think.
You'll have lots of engaging, Sam.
That's right.
From the coats to the ties, belts, scarves, hats, and then some, it was harder than I thought to dress a man. So, Sam, let's find out what the general public has to say about your new look.
All right, let's go.
Now, is there anything as a woman that you look for in a guy when they're dressed in a suit?
Clean cut, definitely. Firm fitting. It looks nice.
Yeah, it kind of adds to his broad shoulders.
It looks great.
If you're going in for a delivery boy or a stock boy, I think you're a little bit overdressed. But if you're in sales or managing sales or trying to sell somebody a suit or anything like that, I think it may need a little bit of tailoring, but other than that, you look fabulous. Very, very good.
It looks very nice on you. You look handsome, and for an interview, it'll look really professional.
Do you like the colors?
It is a good color together, and it looks just subtle, but not too over the top, which is a really good look.
After a full day of searching from an endless collection of men's clothing, Sam was successful. Well, guys, I think we came to a conclusion on how you're supposed to dress in order to make the best first impression. What do you think?
I think he looks great. I think he's going to get the job.
I think you look great, too.
And the first date will be good.
Yeah. So good luck in that job interview, and we all hope that there's a second date.
Definitely.
Yes. Well, Andy, thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you.
My pleasure. We had a good time, and I think the results were well worth it.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Well, that's all on this episode of What to Wear. Thank you so much for watching. Now, Andy, do you know anything about women's fashion?
Not a thing, but if you have a valid credit card...
I do.
I'm with you.
I'm having some shopping withdrawal, so I'm going to take Andy with me. I'm Ashley Colburn, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, take care.
Cross and around.
There you go. And then keep going around.
Oh.
And then through the top.
And through the top.
Perfect. Perfect.
How about that? I'm ready for my job interview.